Okay, so if anything, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna introduce it, but I gotta talk about Fast 9. So are you gonna just like ask me questions or whatnot?
Family.
Ride or die. Ask a racer. Ask any racer. Doesn't matter if it's by a quarter inch or a mile. Winning is winning. I want to go into a crowd and say that one of these days. Ooh, I should do that when we go see Fast 9.
Yeah, just go to the movies and just
winning. Winning is winning.
say it to the group.
Okay. But what's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Daddy Mo.
Levi here.
Yeah, see,
Find me at EL-SCRIBBLER.
I got the white shirt, bro. I had to. Vin Diesel always rocks the tight white shirts, but of course,
I thought it was the tank top he always rocked.
tank top, white shirt. It's funny in Fast 8 though. Since he was bad, he wore black. I noticed that because he's always wearing like white.
He wasn't bad. He was doing it for the family.
But he appeared to be bad to the other team. But seeing as how Fast 9 is now out, might as well do a podcast for it. Talk about all the movies. But I saw it last night, and I got to talk about it.
Yeah,
Spoilers. Oh, this whole podcast is spoiler.
Yeah. I don't care about spoilers. I haven't had a chance to see it, but I honestly enjoyed the first two. First Fast movie.
Do you remember them all somewhat?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay, cool. So
I remember the first one.
I want us to talk about it in order, but I want to talk about Fast 9.
The second one fell off because, well, it was just, the mouth really does need his friend there. You can't have him just eating and talking nonstop.
Yeah.
So they corrected that in the third one. No, not the third one was a piece of crap. Sorry,
the fifth one.
They corrected it in the fifth one. They corrected it in the fifth one. Okay. But yeah, I've always complained ever since the end of the fourth one. I've always complained about
why,
because that's when it stopped making any sense whatsoever.
I'll give you that.
Because before it was about racing.
Was it though?
It was more fun. The second one was about the robbery.
I feel like every movie robbery
where they had to free someone. I forgot.
Because I feel like the Fast and Furious, people always say it's a street racing movie, but I feel like it's Point Break. Would you say Point Break is like a surfing movie?
Hell yeah. No.
Really? Yeah, no. It's an undercover movie. And just Keanu Reeves, in order to infiltrate them, he has to, be good at surfing. That's what Paul Walker had to do. He had to be good with cars and all that. So you could call it a street racing movie, but really the plot is not street racing. It's about a undercover cop trying to bring down these criminals. Just street racing is like their main go-to. But Fast 9, I'm talking about Fast 9.
Let's just start with Fast 9.
So this movie, okay. So basically, now we find out that Dom has a brother played by John Cena. John Cena is, just as good as him. Now he's working for the bad guys. They're trying to get some device. I don't even know what these devices do anymore. I'm just going to automatically say they're there to take over the world.
It's the unobtainium from Avatar. It literally serves no real purpose other than a plot point.
Vin actually goes through all these movies with this?
Don't worry. When you're fit, it actually feels nice because I actually wear like a tank top undershirt.
Really?
I actually feel far stronger and far more fit when that thing's tight fitted to me, because when I take off my shirt at the end of the day, I just feel stronger. Yeah, you got a massive gut. I don't have as massive of a gut ever since I've been working. Yeah, just suck it in. Suck it in. And hold it up. Hold up your chest. Yeah. You just feel stronger. You feel stronger.
Okay, I can't wait to get in shape so I can wear what I can't wait to get in shape.
And standing straighter and everything, you just look far more
Yeah, when
fit.
I get in shape, I'm gonna start rocking these everywhere I go.
No homo, the fact that he was just standing like right there.
No homo. But so you're dealing with John Cena. Then you're also dealing with there's another villain that basically employed John Cena, and then they have Cypher, which I don't know why they keep bringing Cypher, because this time, because in the trailer, I don't know if you've seen the trailer, she's like in a box. Okay, so Mr. Nobody, Kurt Russell, they finally caught Cypher, but then John Cena, and the person that employed him, I don't know what they did with Mr. Nobody. They didn't say if he's dead or not, but they hijacked the plane and they caught Cypher, and they're basically using her to find whatever the device is to take over the world. So she's basically hostage.
Is that when they used the jet car to get to the plane?
That's not okay. Okay, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that.
Just
okay.
Go.
So what I do like about this movie is okay. We actually explore more of Dominic Toretto. So it actually starts off with the race where his father dies. You see his brother, and the thing is, basically, we think that the brother is actually the one that caused the car to blow up. So basically, you know, when Dom got out of jail for beating that guy half to death with the wrench, he's like, you know, hey, we gonna race. You lose, you never come back. So that's why we never see the brother. So I'm like, okay, at least I didn't say, at least I didn't like, oh, you know, the father slept with this person. I didn't know about him, or he died, or whatever. No, it actually makes sense.
Infighting.
He what?
Infighting with the family.
Yeah, like he basically banished him for, you know, for causing the death of the father. So I'm like, okay, I give you that. The thing that pisses me off is actually, because remember I was telling you people like, oh, this movie's crap because it's like ridiculous.
Yep.
It's so ridiculous to the point where now they're CGI.
Dude, it's been ridiculous.
No, but that's the thing though. At least when they had like cars flying, like, you know, it was CGI, but it didn't look bad. This, you see,
it was like Michael Bay had a hand in it, somewhat.
You see Vin Diesel fighting 20 guys. It looks CGI. It just looked bad. When I got a good
Neo versus all the agents in Matrix.
Yes, that's what it looked like.
That's bad CGI.
Yes, it looked bad. I'm like, bro, why does his head look like that? What's his name? What's Colin Firth? No homo. I accidentally touch your leg. Colin Firth fighting in Secret Service looked a hell of a lot better than this. And oh my God, there's like they are so self-aware because there was like a running gag at the beginning with Tyrese. So when everybody come and all of a sudden they get, you know, ambushed, I'm like, oh my God, because I watched the interview. I want my baby. I want my baby. No one is listening anymore. Hey, Tyrese is a fool on social media. I love that boy. But
he gets like $5 million from Will Smith to keep off social media. What's the first thing he do? He thanks him on social media.
My God.
Yep, you don't give him more on money.
No,
you just let him whine.
Okay, but anyway, it's hot in here. Okay, so yeah, in the interview they were saying, like, you know, with the next two movies coming out, you know, the stakes are going to be high. Y'all thinking about like, you think anybody's going to make it to the end? And Tyrese was like, it better not be me. Do you know how much money I make off these movies? I'm not trying to, like, you know, die so we can, like, you know, make it good for the story. I'm trying to live. I need this money. So Tyrese gets left behind. So I'm like, he's going to make it out somehow. Bro, he tackles a dude into a ditch. It reminds me of the scene from The Rock. They have the high ground. He's down there by himself. He has an AK.
The shower scene.
Yeah, he has an AK. There's like 10 guys up there with AKs. He stands in one spot. Boom, 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 boom. They're all shooting at him. He doesn't die. And it's the bad part. He even looks at his bulletproof vest or whatever he was wearing, a jacket or whatever. Bro, through here. I'm like,
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way you should have lived. Oh my! All of a sudden, they're going through a landmine field. He picks the biggest truck because, you know, it's Tej. I mean, it's Roman. In order to, like, you know, invade the mines, he has to go 80. His only goes to 70. So his car getting blown up. Either way it go, he has to escape because it's hanging upside down. He's about to run into a landmine. As he's running, the car, boom, falls on top of him. He makes it because it actually went in front of him. So basically, he's like, you know, hey, we did all this, you know, caught this plane, did this shuttle, whatever. We don't have one scratch to show for it. And I'm just like, bro, we know that, but don't sit there and tell us that, because now everything you're doing is just pissing me off. The scene where Dom drives off the bridge or whatever, and the hook catches on.
Yep.
The car flips like millions of times. Not one scratch. And here go Michelle Rodriguez. Oh, that was fun. I'm just like, bro, it's getting to the point where it's just like, now y'all just letting us know it's not even funny no more.
Rewatch all the movies. They've always had those lines when something ridiculous happens.
But it started to, like, when I rewatched it this week, it starts to, like, when he drove off the cliff in number 7 and the car tumbled a million times, not one scratch. But then when he sit there and drive at the very end, when he drives and try to hit the helicopter and his car tumbles twice, damn! Now he wants to have a scratch. It's so inconsistent. But like I said, I wouldn't care if the movie wasn't. I wouldn't care about this stuff. I wouldn't be complaining about it if one they didn't go too ridiculous to the point where now the characters look CGI. The whole plot, everything was just kind of boring, and it was too complicated. I can't tell you how many new characters they brought in. They brought back Han. Oh, I can't wait to tell you about Han. They brought back Han. They brought back Helen Mirren, Jason Statham's mom. It's like they're bringing in so many characters to where, again, I didn't even know what the plan was. I just know that it was a bad guy. Han returning was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, swallow something.
Han returning was the dumbest thing ever because I guess during Tokyo Drift, Mr. Nobody caught up to him and he wanted him to I guess take something because an agent went rogue or whatever. I don't know, but he was protecting a little girl. And they caught wind that Jason Statham was coming to kill him for revenge. So they had to make the crash look real. So this is what happens. He's still in the car. The car is still upside down. Jason Statham still throws down the necklace saying like, boom, you're dead. And as he walks away and you see Han
Burning.
upside down, as Jason Statham walks past the camera, he disappears. And then you see him right behind Mr. Nobody. I'm like, so you telling me that somebody ran over there, you or Mr. Nobody ran over there in a split second and got you out the fire when there's like 100? There was so many witnesses around to
Or they
watch
used
that.
some kind of hologram because of Cypher doing something.
Nope. That's what pissed me off. His return was stupid. It was stupid.
Honestly, him flipping over a sewer grate would make more sense.
It would.
That's the thing.
Really
It's just
would.
like, that's what I was thinking was going to be the case when you were describing. He was flipped over. He was in the car. Just like, okay, there's going to be like a manhole right underneath him, which he slips through.
You see how simple that could have been, but
Yeah.
no, they chose. It was basically magic.
I mean, it's overdone, like ridiculous how that's done, but it works because
Yeah.
it makes sense. Him just disappearing and it's just like, is Han magical now?
and we're supposed to
remember,
accept it's Fast and Furious.
It's Fast and Furious, so they can get away with introducing
but
magic.
bro, and it's a thing. I thought 'cause I have to see it again. I'm gonna see it sober this time, and I'm thinking like maybe because I was extremely high to where because the most entertaining part of the movie experience was when I was in line getting our tickets taken. The guy behind me like, oh shit, Vin Diesel is here. I look around. He was talking about a bald Mexican and a wife beater. I laughed I laughed for 5 straight minutes, and dude behind me was like, yeah, that joke was a killer. He probably went home like, yo, I had homeboy laughing like that joke got him like it, bro. I swear.
Maybe I should go to the movies with just a tank top on.
Yeah, you should. But
In respect for the big V,
right.
the VD.
Oh
Sounds
my god.
So bad.
Yeah. And then, oh my god, we have another bad guy. That family, John Cena. They double crossed John Cena. So then all of a sudden, oh brother, let me help you. Let me help you up. Oh yeah, somebody gave me a 10-second car as a second chance. Here you go, a 10-second car. You can go. So now we have John Cena. That's eventually he's going to come back now. He's going to come back as a good guy.
Yep.
They gotta stop doing that. It's like they don't have no real bad guy, and they keep letting Cypher get away. Stop trying to make Cypher the main villain. They're trying to make Cypher the main villain of this franchise, and she's trash. Because guess what she did in this movie? Give us speeches and sit behind the computer. What y'all think is going to happen in the next movie? She's going to become like John Wick. And oh my God, the fact that they brought in Mia. I understand, you had Mia come because that's also her brother too. But the fact that y'all have her come, and have Brian watch the kids when he's a highly trained FBI agent that's good with hand-to-hand combat, shooting and driving. What does Mia? What can Mia do? Don't get me wrong. Not in this movie. Mia, they actually have Mia fighting, and it was actually nice that they had the girls, able to shine. Because Michelle Rodriguez, this is the most. I think it's probably the most she's done in the movie. Same thing with Mia. I mean, honestly, if Mia just got behind the car, that's the most she's ever done. Even Ramsey had time to shine with her driving, and she can't drive.
Cypher has always had plenty of time.
She's never done nothing.
She's done speeches.
Yeah, but I give them that. I did enjoy the scenes with the women. Like it was a lot better than the end game.
But that is why they should have killed off Paul Rudd. Paul Walker. Paul.
This
What's
nigga
his
said
name?
Paul Rudd.
What's his name?
Paul Walker.
Okay, Paul Walker.
Because you know what? I'm gonna say it. You need Paul Walker. That's two
Yeah.
movies after Furious 7
Where they
that
talked
were
about
just
him.
that was just weak. And it's like y'all could have used Paul Walker.
And if they would have actually killed him off, it would have, because that's the thing, even though he died in real life and it would have been with poor taste, it makes you worry for the rest of the characters in the franchise as well. Because if you're killing off Paul Walker, even though it happened in real life, which is tragic, you worry about the rest of the
Yep.
cast who, let's get rid of Tyrese. He obviously doesn't need the income. Honestly, you should kill him off just to see the social media outpour.
Right.
I would love to
Ain't
see
gonna lie.
what happens
I'd
afterwards.
hate kill Ramsey. Don't kill Tyrese.
Yeah.
We hungry. He even says that in his movie. Does he say it, or did I think he said that in my? Oh, he does say that. We hungry.
Yeah.
Because there's a no, we're gonna see it. I don't want to. Yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's just like they keep it like everyone is a hero in these movies. That's the problem. It's like there's no constant villain. I'm pretty sure at the very end there's going to be one overarching wizard behind the curtain type villain, which Cypher is.
Still also a puppet to that.
Yeah, Cypher is basically trying to overthrow in some way, and then they find out Cypher is innocent, so they have to help Cypher out. It's going to be the dumbest thing ever.
That's what's happening.
It's like, how long is the movie going to end up being? It's because it's like, how long was the Fast 9?
Almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, because they have so many cast members, you have to give each one their due time.
And I was honestly bored. I wasn't like excited because, dude, you think I was like, bro, I'm about to go watch Fast 9. I'm about to be lit, bro. This movie about to be the best thing ever, bro. I was lit watching The Office, and I couldn't stop laughing at just one line, bro.
It's The Office.
Huh?
It's The Office.
Yeah,
Dwight's
but this
fire
the thing,
drill.
though. But it's the thing, though. I laughed, but not the way I was laughing at night. I was just like, bro, I think about something they said 10 minutes ago, and I still be laughing. Here, I'm just like, dude, this is how bad it was. This was me the entire movie. Oh no.
So basically, how I've always been during a Fast trailer.
Yeah, I guess so. But dude,
I never did a comment during the movie, but during a
oh
trailer.
no, I couldn't hold it, bro. I scoffed.
Well, how was Justice?
Shut up. She saw Cardi B, and she next thing I know, I see a flash. I'm like, girl, did you really just try to record Cardi B? Like, stop. Oh my god.
She really is black. It's
Ooh.
funny, for such a white chick, she is so black.
Right? And then what makes it worse, the people behind me, fucking popcorn. That's why I hate popcorn.
Oh, the freaking butter licking their
Yeah,
fingers. All
I
that
heard
crap.
I heard all the. I'm just like, bruh. And they brought in the characters again. Too many characters. Oh my god! I thought you let Bart out.
No.
I thought he went out. And then again, too many characters. They brought in the people from Tokyo Drift. One, they look like meth heads. Lucas Black, the dude that plays Sean, he done got skinny, and you can tell somebody is skinny when you can see it in their neck. Bow Wow is not even fat, but his face is fat. And I don't even know what the other Asian dude is. But their thing was their reasoning for being there. They was trying to make a rocket car. Now that rocket car is what they used to actually go into space. They went into space in this movie.
Of course.
They legit, like Roman and Tez had their spacesuits on and everything. They went into space.
What did I say? Cypher is trying to... What is it? I'm pretty sure the person behind the curtain is living on the moon.
Moonraker.
Yep. They're going to have to go to the moon at freaking
Yep.
007 there. They're going to have to go to the moon.
Or the spy who shagged me.
Yeah. They're going to have to go to the moon and freaking race on the moon with low gravity and everything. So they're going to take a jump, and it's going to take them in several loops around the moon.
See, this is the thing. And, like, I was excited. I was like, bro, they're going into space. It's about to be so stupid. But it just felt, the whole movie
It's stupid
felt,
to the point where it's just completely stupid.
and it was just boring. Like, I was just like, damn, I'm not excited at all during these scenes. It was like, bro, it's boring.
Like, that's the thing. It's like there's a fun stupid, which I could see in the other movies. Like,
Yes.
they were completely ridiculous. Like the Triple X movies. They're completely ridiculous. Fast, Furious movies
All the Fast and Furious
have always been like that. Very ridiculous, but they were stupid, fun, ridiculous.
Exactly. This is just stupid because now
It's stupid.
even
There's
the
no
comedy,
point.
even the comedy is like, bro, Tyrese, you're starting to just sound corny now. It's just like even in 8, I felt that way. I'm like, just corny now. So yeah, it's not even it's for the point where it's not even all that funny because now it's just corny. They're just like throwing out one-liners and all that. I'm just like,
All right, we'll get back to 9 again. How about we?
let's start from
Backtrack
the
it
beginning.
all the way
Let's
back
start from
to
the beginning.
1.
Hold on. By the way though, I'm still gonna post a Fast 9 review. This is how I feel now. We're going to see it again. I'm going to see it again later on just so I can fully, because sometimes you got to see a movie more than once.
Yep.
So I think this is it. I love this franchise too much to sit there and post out a permanent review. You feel me? So I'm going to go see it one more time. But right now, it's trash. Right now, it's trash. So, yeah.
It's already trash to me because they're going in space.
Yeah,
and already they were ridiculous. They were fun, but they were ridiculous.
So when this podcast come out, the review will be in the link and all that, so y'all know. And Spotify listeners, Big Daddy Mo, that's my page. So we're going to start with the first one. The first one is basically Point Break. The first one was good, though.
Yeah, honestly, I enjoyed the first one. Was the first one where they went out, or was that the second? Where they went out to the the desert area to race?
Race Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one with,
All right.
with Johnny Tran.
Just so you know,
It's not
I
Johnny
actually
Tran.
was on that set for a bit.
Are you serious?
It was shot around here at the Air Force
in
Base.
2001?
Yeah. It was shot at the Air Force Base. They shot it. They put a call out in the paper to have people show up. And, of course, I was a little kid at the time. My mother took me and my brothers all to the Air Force Base to have us walk around because there were a ton of extras just walking around in the background.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what y'all supposed to do.
Yeah, because it was the entire day. I think it was for actually a few days as they were doing the shootings, and just for B-roll footage primarily.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You was in the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, I don't think I was ever on camera. I've never actually
You were
rewatched
in
it to look.
You were in the Fast and the Furious. That's all that matters.
I think I was on crutches at that time too.
Wow, that's awesome. Look at you. You got something to say. You was on set.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a good. That's where it was actually better then because it was copying Point Break, like you said.
Yep.
And Point Break is an amazing movie, not the piece of crap 2000 what?
You saw that? You saw that remake?
God,
Oh my.
2018.
Okay. So I watched the original, and because I watched both of these for the first time. I watched the original, and then right after I watched the remake. Oh my God, the remake was so bad. They even tried to like the whole chase.
They tried to mix it. It was basically like XXX and Point Break mixed together.
Because they had to go like through these three different different types of extreme things.
Yeah, it's just like nah.
And then the fact that they try to like replace the chase between Keanu and Patrick Stewart with a rock slide, a mud rock slide. I'm like, that was boring. This is the thing. Just because a movie has like a movie has like a big action piece, or the movie has like a bunch of explosions, doesn't actually make it good. Transformers is a good one. I mean, like the later Transformers movies. Oh my God, what was it number 4? The Mark Wahlberg first, a 3-hour movie. Things blowing up. It was so boring.
Yep.
A Good Day to Die Hard. So boring.
The first Transformers movie, great, mainly because you have Anthony talking about he ate the whole plate.
Okay.
The whole plate.
I was just trying to get into it. I was just trying to make a point. I kind of felt the second you started talking about the other, I'm like, nope. But
yeah.
It's like an action movie can be boring.
You don't need action. I mean, look at Quentin Tarantino. The whole opening to Reservoir Dogs, where they're talking about the song Like a Virgin. I'm captivated the entire time. And then he's basically talking about not tipping. I don't tip.
Hell,
I don't tip.
Django Unchained, I still look at that as an action movie. And it doesn't really have that action scene.
Yeah,
it just boom, 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 and that's it.
You look at Quentin Tarantino, he knows how to draw your engagement through just the dialogue alone.
Because even Kill Bill, you can call it an action movie, but how many action scenes you have?
They're only
you have like 2, like really 2 in the first one.
And of course the two, one of them is very short where she's escaping, and the second one is when she's cutting off everyone's head.
Exactly. But here, you, like Fast 9, I'm trying to get back to it. You have like a million things happening, and I was just like so bored. But
yeah, like the first Fast and the Furious, it was a slower paced movie.
Yeah,
but it followed all the beats correctly.
Yep.
And you enjoy it for that.
First one was great. Looking back at it, the first one was great. Too Fast, Too Furious is okay. Back in the day, Too Fast, Too Furious was my favorite. Well, and I watched it to go to sleep. Also,
okay, that's the thing. It's just like you look at the first movie. it's great because you see them become friends, like real friends, even to the point where he lets them escape.
Oh, did you know that originally they wanted Timothy Olyphant as Dominic Toretto?
Really?
Yep.
Well, you know that they originally wanted Dwayne The Rock Johnson to be the one from The One, and it's just like, no, that's Jet Li all the way. You could not have The Rock in that role.
But
that would have been crap.
But even now, they asked Timothy Olyphant about. He's like, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that role. Like, come on, no, I'd have been trash. They picked the right person." But Too Fast, Too Furious, while back in the day was my favorite. Looking at it now, it was too much. It was like the races went on too long. Like the beginning race was like over 10 minutes. Then we had like another 10-minute race for the cars. The races just went on long, but some of the stunts were dope. Like this scene where they all had to race to the boat yard to get the car.
And I couldn't stand Tyrese.
Oh, no. Tyrese was a hit and miss because while some of his stuff was funny, he seemed more of a douche.
Yep.
But, I mean, understand you're working with somebody that you felt like got you in jail for 3 years. But at the same time, though, everything he was saying, it didn't work. So he was mostly just like the tough guy with some funny one-liner. He was still funny. But, I mean.
Some.
Funny
one-liners.
The majority of everything he said was still quotable. And I take my cutter back. I can still quote that movie. Sorry,
but that's the thing. It's just like
12, 13
the movie was not as. There was no real familiarity. It's kind of like the whole. If you look back at it, the Hitman's Bodyguard, where the two people don't want to be together.
Yeah,
it was kind of like that. He was Paul Walker was going there to use him because he needed his help.
And why was Paul Walker black in this one?
I don't know.
I don't want to talk about it, cuh.
I don't know.
He said cuh. I was like, cuh. You repping Crip now?
I think he's just trying to.
John Singleton directed this movie. John Singleton, the director of Boys in the Hood and Four Brothers, directed this movie. So that's why, like, even his getup, like everything he wore and all that, I'm just like,
yep.
You've been hanging around too many blacks.
He doesn't look like he's fit for the part. It's just like, aren't you supposed to be an FBI agent at this point in time?
Yeah.
It's like you technically aren't out of service until you break Dominic Toretto out.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it, cuh. I'm gonna keep talking about that part. Like everybody who's black was just like, did he really just say cuh? Like that's a cuh. Like come on, bruh. But yeah. Then we had Verona, the bad guy, Cole Hauser. I thought it was a cool bad guy. I actually liked him. I like the henchman though, because they always had to deal with the henchman.
That was with the rat scene, right? They heated up the bucket and it was just like digging like that. Honestly, that still to this day is just like, that would be even when having the rat eat through you to escape.
Even when I was watching, I was just like, damn.
Yeah, it's still that's like that's probably one of the worst ways to go right there. Having an animal.
Yeah. I mostly like like I said, the henchman. Because they Brian and Roman are always getting into it. Yep. Eliana Vidal. Like burning this ejectocito. Hey. Too Fast, Too Furious go hard, bro. Again, Tyrese was a hit or miss in this movie, but the majority was for me a hit. I mean, ejectocito. Come on, man. Only Tyrese could do that.
Yeah, it's very offensive to Mexicans right there.
Ejectocito, cuz.
Yeah, because a lot of people who don't know Spanish, they'll always add the O at the end of things because they assume that's how it's said, like Caro.
Well, don't sit there and call me Mauricio. You call me Mauricio, then I'm going to talk to you with the O at the end of everything.
No. It's Mauricio.
That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. No, that's not my name. My name is Maurice. Nigga, my mom was born in Chicago.
That's the funny thing is even my dad slaps the O on the end of your name just because it's instinctual.
I'm gonna slap the O at the end of every word I say, yo.
Sayo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I be at work and it's like the majority of them are Mexican. Hey, go take a breako. El breako. I want to go to El bathroom.
Baño.
Yeah.
Baño. El baño.
Yeah, take a breako.
Yeah, but that is very offensive. But the thing is, well, that's what's funny. Is like you could have a black man get away with that in a script, but if you were to reverse it and have Paul Walker say it, there would be so much hate, especially now, thrown down on him. Even though may rest in peace, they would be trying to destroy his name just because they had him say that in a movie. It's just like
speaking of that, Paul Walker in that language. Have you seen this movie called Takers? Mm-hmm. So you seen the part where they're talking to the Russians? Where's it at? Speak English. Where's it at? In the shed. 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 It's in the shed. Like, bruh. But Too Fast, Too Furious, like I said, it felt like it was too much. A lot of the car races were drawn on too long. I liked the soundtrack. I mean, they brought in Ludacris, which was cool. But it was an enjoyable movie. Now we get to Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. I feel like we can brush along the first three easily.
Okay.
As the next ones that's going to be on.
That one, I actually never even finished. I started it.
Damn.
Within 5 minutes, I had shut it off.
Was it that bad for you?
I did not even. Well, it started off with that kid in high school, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
the heck
it's a
is
high
this?
school movie, bro.
I was like, "What the heck is this?" And then it continues on for I don't know how long, and then he's like talking to some girl, and I was just like, "I didn't sign on for this movie. I wanted to see cars. I wanted to see strong, buff people fighting it out. I wanted to see racing." So I shut it off. And then it turns out that you don't even need to watch it at all.
Oh no! You know, it's funny. It's funny because I did all my Fast and Furious reviews. Go check that out. My page, Big Daddy Mo, and I did a review for Tokyo Drift. I just didn't watch it. I didn't because you only need to watch it for Han.
Yeah,
that's it.
But then again, you don't need it because that's not his origin story.
It's not necessary
because everything else is a prequel to that.
Yep.
So in the end, Han you get introduced to before even Tokyo Drift.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like, it's a high school movie. I want to watch a better high school movie. That's kind of like this. I'm gonna watch Never Back Down.
Yeah, Never Back Down.
This is basically
17 again. There's another good high school movie.
But it's like, okay, this is my thing. His parents are American. How come he sound like this? How come you? How come you don't drift? Nigga, your parents are not from the South.
Yeah, that's one thing I couldn't stand.
His voice was just so Southern.
Yeah, that heavy Southern accent. I can't stand accents, especially when they're done terribly. Like that's why I struggle with like Nick Cage. The only redeeming factor about Nick Cage when he does a strong accent, halfway through the movie it changes.
I'm about to watch that.
Which is why it's great. Halfway through the movies, like in Con Air, in Alabama, always halfway through the movie, you'll notice he loses his accent
Alabama.
entirely.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, pay attention. That's what made Willy Wonderland so great. No accent, no talking, no dialogue, just. Yep, that's it.
But here's the thing. I would like Tokyo Drift more if it was just Tokyo Drift, not Fast and Furious. If it wasn't part of the Fast and Furious franchise,
because that's the thing. It establishes you for something else. Like that's the thing. I went from watching 1, 2 to expecting something in 3 because I had never seen it before, and then I started out and I was like, "This isn't a Fast and Furious movie."
What I will give them that I can honestly say this is the only movie that's clearly about street racing.
Yeah.
Because why does he get moved to Tokyo? Because he kept street racing. Oh, why is he in trouble again? Because he's street racing. How does he solve this problem with the Yakuza? Street race. This is the only movie that you can honestly sit there and say it's a street racing movie. And the drifting is actually the drifting is dope.
Yeah,
I like the drifting. The cars look good.
It should have been called Tokyo Drift, brought to you by Fast and Furious, kind of like they did Hobbs and Shaw. Just make it a spin-off. Yep, make it a spin-off. Hobbs and Shaw, brought to you by Fast and Furious.
Don't sit there. Yeah, Fast and Furious presents Tokyo Drift. Don't make it part of the main saga. Because then what you could have did was you could still have Han, and then you know what? We're gonna bring Han in. Yep. So but y'all made it part of the franchise, the main franchise. So I'm like, it's trash. But if you made a spinoff, I wouldn't even be talking about it right now.
One thing I do gotta say is if you watch 1 and 2 back to back, the movies didn't know what they were doing.
Oh, absolutely not. That's why Vin Diesel also left. He went to do Triple X.
That's why it's acceptable when you watch the third one. It's just like they really had no clue what they were doing.
Like each movie felt different.
Yep.
That's why I like the newer movies because they all feel the same, even with different directors. They have the same tone.
They figured out what they were doing. Especially is like number 4 is where they finally figured out. They established themselves with what they were gonna do.
And then the characters in number 3.
Oh, you don't care about a single one.
Bow Wow.
That's why everyone just loved Han.
Yeah, Han, exactly. Han was the only character I cared about. Because, I mean, you can tell that the characters in Tokyo Drift are trash because look at him now in Fast 9. It's just like, whatever.
Does he still have the heavy Southern accent?
Oh, yeah. That's his accent, period. It's in every movie. That's how he talks. Like if you've seen Legion, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how he talks in that movie.
He needs to drop that.
But
it's not that hard. If anyone can do a Southern accent, anyone can do a real American accent.
Oh, some mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, y'all. Making sure I don't have an accent like that.
No, yours is very heavy Detroit.
I don't have a Detroit accent. This is how I talk.
Sure.
Fuck out of here, bro. I hate it when Steven kept saying that. Oh, dude, that Detroit I don't have an accent. I talk regular.
Yeah, and so is that dude from the South would say that.
Please.
Yeah, everyone just talks, but everyone does have an accent.
Okay, now the fourth one. Okay, the fourth one is where you can see they actually tried to get away from like all the races and all that because after
It's more action packed at that point.
Yeah, it started with the fourth one. Each movie had just one race, but as much as I liked this back in the day, looking at it now, it was one of the weaker ones of the newer ones because one, like the last scene, them in that cave, looking at it now was trash.
Yeah,
it was it was trash. Braga, the whole Braga villain or whatever was whatever. I didn't care for it. What was great was the fact that Paul Walker and Vin Diesel were back. Like like they said, new parts, original model or whatever. It's like y'all bringing back all the people from the best one, which is one. And yeah, it's like now they have to start their relationship over. It's like, well, you're a cop. It's like, what makes you? What's to stop me from telling them that you're a cop? The same thing that's stopping me from telling them that you're here to avenge a lady and all that. It's like now they're like, clashing back and forth, but they still have the same goal. So I like that, And again, it's Vin Diesel and Paul Walker back at it again.
Yeah, and it just was back at the roots, and it seemed to be this time. It was like, honestly, if Point Break, if there was a sequel where they were aware of each other's situations, which is basically what made it better. It was the actual sequel to Point Break. That's why 2 was weaker and 3 was a piece of trash.
Yep.
Because 2 just had Paul Walker and 3 had no original cast.
Oh yeah, except that little crappy cameo by Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Which I would have loved to see him drift that muscle car.
Yeah, and then there was 4 basically brought everyone back, and it was
the race in 4 was actually dope. Like they had to use like the GPS, and then wasn't no streets locked down or whatever.
Yep.
So I actually love that. I love that race. But Paul Walker would have finally won.
Yeah.
They did him dirty by not letting him win one race. Who knows, if he was alive, they probably would have had him race one more time in the last movie. But of course, they probably would have cut it off, like some Rocky 3 type shit.
What are you talking about? He won when they parted ways, saying goodbye.
Oh boy, please.
But still, I honestly feel like that was the trashiest way to let him go.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that part.
But yeah, 4 overall. I did love at the end of 4 how he got 25 to life.
Yeah.
I was in everybody's in theaters like, what? I was like, whoa, they taking it there.
But that's the thing. 25 to life. They set it up. That's when it actually started becoming. This is when I started complaining about the franchise. It was enjoyable, but I started complaining about the franchise.
I would have loved to see how Dominic Toretto would have been like, how he would have handled jail.
He would have been the Punisher. They would have made him the Punisher. Let's face it. The way he's taking on 20 guys at CGI, they would have made him the Punisher in prison.
Who knows? I would have rather had him let him be in jail than they maybe break him out.
Yeah, like the same way they did with the heist.
Yeah,
the vault.
I would have loved to see how he would have. I'm not saying that'd be like an entire movie, but I would have just loved to see him. A couple months in jail just to see how he'd handle that. But Fast 5 though.
Yeah, but
this is where
it was the prison break of the bus, which is where I started complaining about the franchise. They were jumping over the bus. They were driving underneath it.
No, they didn't.
There was a ton of ridiculous.
No,
crap.
they didn't. They did not jump over a bus. They didn't drive under a bus. You have this much of a bus. They do that with semis.
You have this much under a semi. You can't drive.
But you said a bus. You said a bus.
But you know what I mean. They do
I know
that
what
crap
you mean,
over and
but
over
you
and over again.
exaggerated right there.
But that's the thing. That's what Fast and Furious always
rewatched
does.
it because I was also like, yo, those little bitty cars, that bus would have crushed it. Well, no, because they had the bus keep rocking it until it was on its edge, and then they let it flip over, which made more sense. It's like they had it unstable.
Yeah.
So I can see that, but still, with how many times that bus flipped over, Vin Diesel would have been walking out. Wouldn't even been walking out.
Nope.
But then again, no, this is Fast and the Furious. They can sit there and like skydive, have their cars crash, and they can walk out.
Yep.
But
the airbags would save them.
But five though is what changed the whole game for the Fast and Furious franchise. Because now it's like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have a team-up movie. We're going to get, like, one of the best action... Well, he wasn't even an action star.
No. But this is kind of what forced him to be stuck in that role.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that kind of sucks.
But the thing is, though, Fast 5 was The Rock's best role. This is like, what? Don't even say Be Cool.
No, it wouldn't be Cool.
What is
Pain and Gain.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
That is an amazing range of his acting.
No, yeah, you're right on that.
But the fact, because you feel sorry for him, but you're funny. It's funny, but you feel uncomfortable because the fact that it's all based off true stories. It just what? Looking at the time?
You charging your phone?
Yeah, I'm charging my phone. Fine, you can take it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's just like, literally, it's his best role right there.
Yeah. But as far as action,
great him watching, him quoting, what is it? Not be cool. In Be Cool. What is he quoting?
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Thank you.
But as far as like action though, it's like you have The Rock, a wrestler, and you'll keep having him like doing these comedy and family roles. It's like, you know what? No, we're gonna bring him into an action role and make him. Cause see, honestly, The Rock was probably like one of the best villains, if not the best.
Yeah,
he was a villain in Fast Five for a bit, and man, he was from the.
I like how he's actually introduced. Where basically Paul Walker is like, yeah, he is.
Yeah,
me, but better.
It's like if you want somebody,
he gets his man.
If you want somebody found, this is the guy you get. You know what I'm saying? Like
he always gets his
blood,
man.
bullets in the Bible. It's like I'm like, ooh, like his introduction. He got his own team with him. They all smart, tech savvy. And then when they finally when they find the crew the first time, when Reyes's boys is also after the crew, man, when The Rock went against 3 dudes. It wasn't just no punch, you're down. No, I'm snapping your neck, I'm shooting you, and I'm stabbing you in the throat. I was like, wow. That, like, Hobbs in the first movie, that was his peak. He went hard in that movie. Even the fight with him and Vin Diesel
that's the thing.
Was fire.
It's like, with him being a bad guy, they're able to do much more.
Yep.
When they start making people a good guy, they dumb them down. Like in the Hobbs and Shaw, as fun as that is... Mm-hmm. It's just them joking back and forth with one another. Jason Statham is no longer a badass, and Hobbs is no longer a badass. The Rock is no longer a badass.
Yeah.
They're no longer cool. They're just joking. They're playing around.
But I love that they bring the team together because now you have all these different personalities with one another. I mean, like when the 2 Mexicans and Roman and Tez, they start arguing back and forth, especially when he didn't really know Spanish like that. Yep. He like. Fail. I'm not fail. You failed. You failed. 2 fail. Was that ugly, right? I was just like, bro, the 2 of them going at it, bro, like mocking each other. I thought that was great, but what I don't like in all the movies is the fact that they keep pairing everybody up.
Yep.
It's like when I watch Entourage, it's like all 4 of y'all are best friends, but why is it always E and Vince and Turtle and Drama? Mix it up a bit, and they need to start doing it. Like, I would love to see Roman and Dom together.
That's the thing. It's just like some people find things that work. I mean, I hate to bring it up, but that's why I like One Piece so much. Is literally the whole thing is it's a group of people, group of friends, but every single arc they get separated from each other. But every time they're separated with a different crew member.
See, I would like that.
Makes it unique and original because it's like I'm having a completely new experience every time that happens. See, it's not the same thing over again.
See, we always get Roman and Tej, and now we get Roman, Tej, and Ramsey. It's like, screw Roman and Tej. Give us Roman and Giselle. I mean, okay, they gave us Roman, Han, and Giselle, which was cool. But give us Roman and Dom. Give us Tej and Tej and Giselle.
Letty and Roman.
Letty and Roman.
I'd like to hear his comments, and she'd slap him in the face.
But that's
what
I'm saying. Like, give us different parents because when you give us the same parents, we starting to hear the same jokes over and over.
That's the thing, though. If you think about it, some of those personalities don't actually mix well.
Okay.
So it would actually, because it'd make you wonder. No,
go ahead.
It'd make you wonder why they're friends to begin with, why they're a part of a family, because they would obviously not get along if they were stuck with someone else. The reason why they keep it the same is because nobody can write because Letty would most likely stab Roman. I mean, if you put Roman with anyone else, they'd probably kill him.
And honestly, they kind of tested that theory out when what is it? When in number 8, I hate that I'm jumping forward, but just for this moment, for number 8, they were talking about the top 10's most wanted, and then you find out that Roman's number 11. He's like, oh, Ramsey's a 10. She's not a 10. And then Tej's like, oh yeah, she's definitely a 10. And then you could see like Letty in her back just like rolling her eyes, like, bro, come on. So I would like to see that. Stop giving us the same parent because then you get the same thing. Like let's be real. Dom and Roman have to infiltrate something. and you have Dom being straight. You have
Dom
Roman.
would put tape over Roman's
See,
mouth.
I would have loved that though. It's new, it's unique instead of the same stuff. But back to 5 though. Yeah, and this is when number 5. I love that everybody was doing their own thing because you had Roman infiltrating the police station. Like they put them in some good funny situations because this is where they bring in more humor, more hand-to-hand combat. It is now a legit action
because they figured out the tone. It was like 4 was the experimental phase.
Yep, there you go.
That's why they had a bit of action, a bit of things here, and then the 5th one it was just like, okay, we found what works for us. We can go over the top. We like that people like the action, and because it's called Fast and the Furious. Fast and Furious could mean anything. It could be like fast action, furious combat, and then they started going with that. Yeah. Of course, everyone hears it, they think cars and everything, but it's just like, no, it's just...
You see what we got? You see the movies we got with the cars. Y'all really enjoyed those?
Yeah.
The other 2?
Cars now is basically, like, honestly, it's, I say honestly too much, but it's basically, Italian Job. That's all the cars are really used for.
Yep.
Driving through buildings, doing whatever, because it's ridiculous and it's cool to watch.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, number 4. You remember the FBI agent that Brian broke his nose?
Yep.
And he broke his nose again at 6?
Yep.
He shows up at 9 with a broken nose. Oh my god. He shows up because they need a favor from him, and his nose is, and I'm just like, y'all trash. Y'all don't know who that is. But I love his last line is, I gotta stop doing favors for y'all. It's like, yeah, because somehow it's like his nose is just permanently broke. It looked worse than Owen Wilson's. I was like, damn, bro. So they are keeping Brian alive by having stuff like that. Oh, and Brian's car shows up at the end for dinner, for the cookout. But
crap.
But yeah, the number 5 though, the fight between Rock and Diesel was dope. This is the thing though. I just found this out. They The Rock, Vin Diesel, and Statham has a clause in their contract. They can't lose the fight.
Sounds about right.
So it sucks because I'm jumping forward again. Imagine if Statham, when he's introduced and he goes against The Rock, he actually beats him. So now you're like, wow, he took out Hobbs. So now you're really worried about Toretto.
Yep.
But instead, seeing as how can nobody lose, the fight will just keep going on and on until some outside interference happens.
Yep.
So that sucks. I don't want outside interference. I want somebody to straight up lose. That way, especially the good guy. That way, the stakes are high. The good guys are in danger.
That's the thing. If I was actually directing a film and someone had that in their contract, I'd be like, sorry, I have to go with the next best person.
Yep.
Because let's face it,
this is for the story. Your ego.
If you were you could get Keanu Reeves, and Keanu Reeves would not even put that in his contract.
Dude, Keanu Reeves been getting beat up all types of sorts in John Wick movies.
He is willing to bite the bullet and be willing to be knocked down because he already knows the story comes first, not anyone's personal ego. Get a grip of yourself, Jason Statham. You ain't that big. I may like you as an actor, but you ain't that big. The Rock,
that's what all 3
I'm getting
of them,
tired of you.
That's what all 3 of them, like y'all egos.
It's ridiculous, and the fact that they have all 3 of them in this franchise now.
Their egos is what can ruins a fight scene because now it's like
now you always know it's just like you know the outcome of this.
Exactly.
You know the outcome of this.
Like what makes the action scenes of John Wick so great is the fact that
you
he's
don't know
always
if
in
he's gonna
danger.
make it out.
As much as he is good, homie's old. He's been getting beat up throughout the entire movie. He's always getting beat up in the John Wick movies.
He's saved, of course, but
he has to put up a fight. It's not just him going in.
Like heck, he was literally about to die in the first one when Willem Dafoe saves his life.
He was about to die a million times.
Yeah, he's always saved by someone he had helped out before, and that's just
But number 6 though. By the way, okay, so since number 9 came out, they were trying to figure out they finally asked The Rock and Diesel again about the beef they had. So basically, because Vin Diesel is a producer, he's the one that got The Rock in because somebody jumped on a Facebook post. They was like, "Yo, who y'all want to see in next Fast and Furious?" Somebody said, "Yo, Diesel versus Rock would be dope." Got The Rock. He said the reason they had a beef was because he showed him tough love. He wanted that character to be the best he could be. So he basically, just always going hard on him and whatnot, I guess. But again, you have these two dudes like this is Vin Diesel's project,
Yep.
Fast and Furious movies, and then you have The Rock, who thinks he's like the top guy.
He's
you
got
have
a big
two,
head.
You have two
No
egos
homo.
clashing. That's why the beef is the way it is. But number 6, was it not Brazil? That was in the Fast Five, and it was like, this is Brazil.
Yeah.
I forgot what what it was.
Freaking stealing the vault.
Yeah, number 6. Oh, number 6 was dope because they brought in Luke Evans.
I freaking love Luke Evans.
Yeah, and honestly, he was a good villain because his team
No
was
One Lives.
God, I love that
That's
movie.
a great movie
I
right there.
love
That's a
that
great
movie.
movie. Thanks for introducing me to that one. It's just like No One Lives. That's a WWE movie. What the
I
heck?
said the
That's
same
crap.
thing. I said
and
the
then
same
I
thing.
watch it and just like, did he just come out of someone's stomach? It's just like, this is creepy.
But it's like there's like the Dom and the team are going against their evil doppelgangers.
Yep.
Which I thought was dope because like screw the drug dealers they're going after. Now they're going against people that are highly skilled just as much as them. It's the thing though. Now The Rock, and I hate this in every movie. They always make the bad guy, the good guy. Or no, not even that.
Yep.
The cops, whoever cop is after him, he's now turning them over to his side.
Yep.
It's like, why? First Brian. Now we got Elena. Yes, then it was Elena, and then now it's Hobbs. It's like, bro,
Yeah, it
what
was
are y'all
Hobbs,
doing?
and not only that, it was just like Jason Statham was done wrong. He was basically a misunderstanding. He was never evil to begin with.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He shows up in the in Fast 9.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because did they bring Luke Evans back ever again?
no,
Because that's the thing.
just in the 8th one.
I wanted like for that one dumb freaking scene.
There's a rumor. I think either it came from Dwayne Johnson or somebody else. Because I forgot this source. They said it's the person. I forgot what movies that they also confirmed that came out true. But they were saying like they were going to try to do like a Civil War type thing. Hobbs and Shaw with their team against Dom and A crew because of the whole Han and Shaw situation. That would make sense until I saw that post credit scene where Han shows up at Jason Statham's door.
Yep.
But yeah, number 6 though. Number 6 was fire though. I loved it. But then again, you got Letty, who got amnesia after she had supposedly died in the 4th one.
Yeah.
I'm like, amnesia, really?
But amnesia is so cliche.
But basically,
Already.
the movie turned into The Vow because it was now about Vin Diesel trying to get Michelle Rodriguez to fall back in love with him.
Yeah, but honestly, that was probably the only good part about the film because it's just like here.
Really?
Well, that's what I found funny. It's just like here. Apparently, she has been smashing the enemy.
Has she been smashing her?
I mean, that's the vibe I got. It's just like, let's face it, you have her in your clutches. Wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's just like,
But this
yeah,
one-
no way Luke Evans is gonna pass up on that
Right.
opportunity.
This is my thing watching it though, like, because when she sees Dom, it's like the entire time she was unsure about everything. She was questioning and everything. Oh, those are people on the bridge. Was she like this before she met Dom? That's my thing. Like, was she always like second guessing everything that the team is doing? Like, hey, this is bad. Or was she along for the ride? It only took for her to see Dom to where it starts like triggering stuff to where she's like that. I wish they explained that more.
Yeah, because it's just like because when you're introduced to her in 6, it seems like she's actually actively okay with all the violence.
Yeah.
She's actively okay with everything. But the thing is, you get it for a matter of seconds because the second you see her, she sees
Dom. Yeah.
for the first time, and it starts activating her amnesia, and then she's starting to question everything. So I really think that she was actually okay with everything beforehand.
Okay.
I don't think she was questioning it because she had no reason to question it.
Makes
It wasn't
sense.
until her mind started, her synapses started firing once again, that she's all, okay, this isn't right.
Yeah.
We need to do better than this.
Hey, okay, so I do love that they had okay. Talking about putting different people together. I like that they put Han and Roman together because then all of a sudden they had to go and fight a dude. And oh my God, they got whooped up on.
Yep.
Especially when they were arguing, like, you go, no, you go.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
Because that's the thing. Those pairings, when you switch them up, they work. You have to do it.
Yeah, you need to switch up parents. I
Because
mean, they did that. They did that in Endgame, didn't they? Oh no, they had like 2 side characters together, so we didn't care for that pairing.
It was Infinity War where characters kept switching around.
Yeah.
That's why it worked so well.
Yep, that's what it was.
because the teams kept swapping.
Because we even had Thor. We had like Thor and Rocket Raccoon.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's how you do. You have to switch to where it feels new. Here, like again, maybe they. Hopefully they watch this.
Yep.
Like, hey Vin, switch up the characters. Goddammit.
Yeah, you've got to do that because anything that ends up you reuse the same things over and
Yep.
over again, it becomes stale.
I can't tell you how many times I'm tired of seeing Tej and Roman argue. Oh, why do you have to admit? Because you did this. Shut up. Oh, you dumb. It's like, damn, dude. Like,
Same argument. I mean, that's every movie.
same argument. Them trying to hook up with Ramsey every movie, but
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But I like Luke Evans. I really wish they would have brought him back.
and Gina Carano was good, especially her fight with Letty.
Yep.
That fight was fire.
Back when she had a career.
Yeah.
It sucks to have an opinion.
They even put a parent of who was it? Damn, my head is shaking like crazy. Tej and The Rock, Ludacris and The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like a big parent, but it was the fact that they actually put them together. Even Vin Diesel was like, this should be interesting. So yeah, because that was when they was buying all the cars.
Yep.
Functional. Hey, I did love that scene. Hey, he wants that watch too. The
Yeah.
watch? Oh yeah, he's gonna need that watch.
But that's the thing is, like, we brought it up when you were basically talking about 9, is like everyone becomes a good guy in the end. The cast just keeps growing and growing and growing. Like,
Yeah.
the freaking Rock was helping him out in 6, and it's just
And that's why I found number 9 like overcrowded and too complicated.
Yep.
Because now
too many bodies.
Yeah,
in
because
the-
now I'm
in the
looking
room.
I'm following like 20 different characters. They even have Jason Statham, Helen Mirren pop up for her little action scene. I'm like, bro.
I mean, if they honestly, if they were to actually just split off and do like a mini series for TV, it would make more sense with all the characters they have.
yeah.
But it's just overly crowded. I mean, I was starting to feel that way with 6, honestly.
Really? I thought 6 was
Well, because they brought
well-rounded.
in Hobbs once again. That's the thing. He was just like, he
But
was just
at
a
least
bad guy. He basically took Paul Walker's role.
No, not in 6. Because Paul Walker was still there. Paul Walker, what I loved about Paul Walker's role in that movie was he was dealing with the fact that Letty is back and now he feels responsible
But-
for her amnesia. So now he's like risking his
No.
freedom to check that out.
But what I mean is just like, if you remember 4, Hobbs is basically
5.
he, 4. Hobbs is now what Paul Walker was in 4.
Okay.
And they're literally redoing the same story beats over and over, just with different characters. And if the cast keeps growing and growing and growing, you'll always see the same stories told, just with another character this time.
Yeah.
And it gets tiring.
Hey,
But
that runaway scene though, bro, 80. They're going like 80 miles an hour, bro, and they were still like for 20 minutes. They still didn't go up in the air.
Yep.
Like what?
Yep.
Again, no, didn't care that it was Fast and the Furious. The movie was fun. This is the
It's
thing.
ridiculous.
This is the thing, though. If the movie's fun and enjoyable, you don't care about it being ridiculous.
Oh, and that steel cage car Luke Evans had. Oh my gosh.
The jump car.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that car
thing
was
the
fire.
Stupidest.
It was
thing
stupid, but it was
ever.
fire.
It's just like, how does that work? You're just driving under everything, forcing it all to go skyward in the air.
Hey,
just
that
like-
car was fire. That car was fire.
Yeah, because literally that thing, if you know anything about physics, wouldn't work. Because if you have that at too close to the ground, roads aren't completely level.
No.
They're ups
If anything,
and downs.
that car would have been like, phew.
Yeah, it would have flipped. It would have hit something and flipped.
Yeah.
So, so that's the thing. I was watching just like, this doesn't make any sense, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because it's a stupid fun.
See, exactly.
7.
7. Okay, because they introduced Jason Statham at the very end.
Yep, because he needs to get his revenge for his brother.
Hey, 7 was fire, but the thing that
Honestly, no, it was the end of 6 that got me excited for
Because
Fast
Jason
and Furious.
Statham, yeah.
Because I love myself some Jason Statham. He's
like,
always
I
action.
heard about it earlier, but then when I actually saw it, I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I have to wait another 2 years for this movie.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I going to the theaters, watching it, and I was like, I've never actually been excited for the next film. And then I start seeing the trailers, and I was like, really? But it's Jason Statham. I'll give it a
Yeah.
shot. I'll watch it.
And Jason
I'll watch
Statham
it.
did not disappoint. He was a one-man wrecking crew the entire time.
Yep.
They'd be in Los Angeles. Statham's there. They'd be in Abu Dhabi. Statham is there. And then they brought in Kurt Russell, who they actually was expecting. They was actually trying to get Denzel Washington to get that Kurt Russell's role of Mr. Nobody, which I don't know what Denzel would he got, because what I like about Kurt Russell is he can play a character that is serious but can be extremely cool. Now Denzel can do that, as we've seen in Two Guns.
Yep.
But would he have brought that to Fast and Furious?
That's the thing. I'm not entirely sure. I think I would like to see him play a villain. An actual villain. I think if they bring him to the Fast and Furious movie, make him the wizard behind the curtain. Make him like the villain that's been tormenting everyone. The one who is like, I'm pretty sure they'll say that he's planted seeds that caused everything to happen. The reason he pitted all these people against each other is because they destabilized the market, destabilized everything, and he's been playing the stock market, making billions on top of the hijinks of these crews that he's pitted against each other.
I'm gonna destroy your family. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I believe
He gotta say guarantee.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like if they make that the case, I'll be like, oh, okay, that's understandable, because that's what they've been doing. They're just like, oh, just so you know, this was the case, just like they did with 9 with the brother.
Yeah, and you can't even sit there and say Denzel in a Fast and Furious movie would never do that, bruh. Lately, he's been doing sequels. He's been doing action movies. He did The Equalizer and The Equalizer 2. Fast and Furious is even Fast 9 was better than Equalizer 2.
Yep.
So,
really,
I couldn't stand Equalizer 2. I hated that movie.
I hated it too. I didn't care for the first one.
That was also boring.
The first one made no sense to me.
First one was cool. Second one I thought was straight trash. But yeah. So Denzel being in this is not far fetched. I mean, hell, they got Helen Mirren.
That or get Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves would be the great villain.
They actually tried getting Keanu Reeves to. They're still trying to get him.
But his script his schedule is really.
And
filled.
also he's supposed to be the. They're trying to get him in the movie, and he's supposed to be the voice in Hobbs and Shaw. But yeah, so Denzel, I think that would have been cool. But yeah, Vin Diesel, I'm sorry, Jason. Even the introduction, the opening scene of Furious 7 with Jason Statham, which is great. He's walking through that hospital, and you see things just blowing apart. SWAT team members just dead. I was like,
as he goes to get his brother.
That scene was just, here, hold this. Grenade! Boom! I'm just like, oh,
yeah, they made him
God.
such a boss. And that's the thing. It was just like he was a one-man wrecking crew, like you said. All he needed was himself. He didn't need anyone else, because he learned. His backstory is basically he was betrayed, and he learned to only rely on himself. And of course, until he becomes a member of the family.
Yeah, he did get some. He got some help from Diamond Hansu. Diamond Hansu's in this movie.
Yep.
Like,
I freaking like Diamond Hansu. He's a great actor, and they don't do much with him.
No, they really don't. Oh, did you see Quiet Place Part 2?
Still not yet.
Spoiler alert.
They do him wrong,
bro. They killed him in like 5 minutes. They get to like a little spot, like a little island or whatever, where there's like, because the little creatures can't swim. Yeah. So everybody think it's cool, but of course it followed them or whatever, because it got onto like a car or whatever. I don't know. And then finally, Diamond Hansu gets them to safety. I have to go back. My family. I'm like, really? I wanted to see this mainly for Diamond Hansu.
And you saw Blood Diamond, right?
Of course. It's
okay.
Leo.
Okay.
It's Leo. And Diamond Hansu. You've seen Never Back Down, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen Push, right?
Of course. Freaking love the Push is a great movie. It's not. It's highly underrated.
It really is.
People don't realize how great of a movie that is.
But
I liked Push more than Jumper. Way more than Jumper.
Jumper was trash. I felt it was trash. It was boring. They were doing the same thing over and over.
There's a lot of people who like Jumper more than Push. They think it's the better. It's just like, no.
Jumper was boring. It got boring until Homeboy came in and started really doing his jumping.
Yeah, because he knows how to do it. Yeah. He was the smart jumper, and basically here you have
building.
Yeah, you have Anakin Skywalker making a mess and destroying this one kid's life.
Give me a sequel with that jumper. Not Anakin Skywalker.
A prequel, because I think they killed him, right?
He put him in a so he couldn't jump.
Yeah, and it's just like, Push had all these random powers. They all served a different purpose. You could utilize them differently. Again, we're going off topic, but
I was enjoying
Fast 7. We could literally do a podcast on those power-like movies, like the Covenant, the Pusher, the Jumper, the I Am Number 4.
Oh, hey, Timothy Olyphant was in I Am Number 4.
Yep.
I love that movie.
Another time.
Hey, I am number. Do I have that movie? I'm going to watch
another time.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Another time.
I'm watching it today.
Dude, we've already been going on for an hour on Fast and the Furious. An hour and 4 minutes on Fast and the Furious.
Oh, bet. Okay, cool.
So,
and here I am. I was worried. Okay, but this movie felt epic because they were doing so much. I mean, they had cars flying out. They had Kurt Russell, Diamond Hansu, Jason Statham. It just felt like a big movie that year. I mean, it made $1.5 billion.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it. And the fact that Paul Walker died just made people want to see it even more. And this is Paul Walker dying is the reason that this is not my favorite. It still belongs to Fast Five because it's like a big shadow. Because when we see him now, it's like, okay, I see the CGI. That's not Paul Walker.
Well,
how are they going to take out Paul Walker?
That's the thing. It's just like you kind of expected for them to kill him off.
Yep.
You do, because even though that seemed like in poor taste, it makes sense because it adds more, like I said, to the franchise. If you kill off a character, it makes everyone else wonder what other characters might get lost.
Yeah.
What other characters might lose their lives to save the family or in regards of the family or doing what the family, like when Han was expected to have died, it would have actually worked. Why? Because the family suffered a loss.
Yeah.
So it makes sense if they would have just made that a prequel and actually had Han die. Because then that would be 2 lives that are lost. But no, they couldn't do that. They ended up having to CGI him throughout the entire movie when they had a perfect scene in the beginning where they bombed his minivan.
House.
He was literally, he was literally right there.
He was at his minivan. If
In the explosion.
If anything, Dom and Mia would have died. They were like damn near right by the door.
Yeah, but they could have easily done it where he was taken
True,
out,
true.
and it would have made sense. And what would have happened? It would have made Jason Statham and
Diesel.
yeah, Vin Diesel have a much harder time of reconciling, because not only is Han gone, but no, Han was supposed to be alive at that time, right?
He died.
Okay, died in because 6.
Let's say he
3,
died. He died at the beginning of 7. We're gonna say that he died at the beginning of 7.
6-3 and then
Are you trying
7.
What are you doing?
Trying to figure out the order of the movies.
4, 5, 6,
3 then 7.
4, 5, 6, 3, 7. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's the thing. It's just like, so Han's already been killed, right? And then you have Paul Walker die. So that's basically 2 deaths.
You know what's funny? I said that when this movie posted. Sorry, when Paul Walker died, I said this. I'm like, damn, Jason Statham killed Han and Brian, because I'm like, they're easily going to kill Brian in the next one.
Yep.
So I'm like, yo, I can't wait for this movie because that's 2 people that he took it out. Even though that's sad that I thought about it at the time of his death, I was sad, but I'm just like, for the movie, they're going to do that.
But it makes sense. It does. It adds great story structure and character. And imagine trying to have the hurl where Dom is this great, accepting all about family type character, but realizes Jason Statham was wrong, of course, down the road. And is he accepting? Does he keep him at arm's length? What happens there?
I'm so tired of that whole family deal. It's so annoying.
I hate hearing it.
So annoying.
I hate hearing it.
Oh my god, they kept saying that, and even more in 9.
Of course, because it's all about family.
God damn.
Even though he abandons his family. But that's the thing. It was just like, it would have added so much more. Because the biggest annoyance I had, because I was excited for Jason Statham, and as sad as it was that Paul Walker died, I thought it would add great story elements, but no. They just dangled that carrot throughout the entire film until they said goodbye. And of course, you enjoy the goodbye.
It was a.
But it's ruined the movies afterwards.
Story. Okay, for the story, no, because now look at it now. Oh, Dom is a bad guy. Oh well, Brian, like Brian is not going to find out.
Yeah,
like somebody didn't already tell Brian. They already. I mean, look at.
Let's bring your wife and let you.
I mean, you already in Fast 9 they had Mr. Nobody go to Han. So you telling me if Brian was bad, you're not going to automatically go to Brian?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like for the story, that ending did not work well. It was dumb. But for Paul Walker, his tribute, his memory, they did it perfect. It was good. But for story, no.
Yeah,
I hate it. Yeah, it's no.
Like that's the thing. I mean, if it was the final movie in the franchise, fine. You can end it that way because there's nothing to continue.
Absolutely.
But now they continuously dangle this carrot. Give it like the final movie, and I'm pretty sure they'll have a CGI Paul Walker.
Oh, absolutely.
Having his brother play the role.
Oh, I already know what's going to happen. They already know what's going to happen.
They're going to have to because they've already basically established him as alive and well, and his car's there. He's there for the family dinner.
He's the one that's watching the kids while Dom and Letty are, looking for the brother. And yeah, but hey, the fight scene with Ronda Rousey and Letty was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Like Letty was.
I don't care for Ronda Rousey as a fighter though.
She's not really.
She seems weak.
She is, and
She's not a real fighter.
it was proven when she lost. When she
Gina
lost both
Carano
fight-
and Ronda Rousey, if they were fighting, now Gina Carano would win.
Absolutely. All Ronda Rousey has the armbar.
Yep.
But that fight with her and Lady was great. Like Lady had to like pull out some dirty moves. She had to bite her and pull out a knife. It was a
and
wrap.
her acting was crap.
These parties bore me to death. I was
Yeah.
like, ugh. I'm like, she really said that? These parties bore me to death. You ain't that charming, bitch. I'm like,
her
yeah.
acting was even worse than Expendables.
Men. Oh yeah, she's a horrible actress. She can't act. She can't act at all.
Yeah, there's
But,
some people who just can't develop
The best
talent.
acting she did was in Entourage because she was playing herself. That was it.
Yeah,
I still think Ronda
and
Rousey.
Turtle was going at her.
Yeah, I don't blame him though. Ronda Rousey looks good. But number 7, I highly enjoyed number 7. Though. Number 7 was great.
Yeah, it was funny. 6, the ending got me excited for the next one. 7, the ending pissed me off.
They honestly should have ended it with number 7, especially with seeing how the next 2 movies are.
Yeah.
It would have been perfect. Because, like, Brian has a family now. I mean, y'all just finished it. Honestly, that could have been, like, the perfect ending to the Fast
But they
franchise.
needed to bring in Cypher.
That's stupid. That would have been a perfect ending to the franchise. But nope, they wanted to keep going. Hey, but The Rock versus...
Hey, but some people need their money.
Yeah.
They want their baby.
Hey,
Oh, my
Tyrese...
baby.
I mean, not Tyrese. God damn it. The Rock versus Statham, that was a good fight, though.
Is that where the concrete wins? Street
No,
wins?
no, that was the lesser fight. That fight, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't nowhere near The Rock versus Statham.
Oh my
Like,
God.
The Rock gave Statham a rock bottom. He gave him a rock bottom. They were going at it because you have full-on strength versus speed.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a...
And martial arts skill.
Yeah, so see, that was like a nice little fight between 2 different tactics.
Yeah, because he's The Rock is strength and like wrestling moves,
Mhm.
and Jason Statham is speed and martial arts.
Damn IT guys. And then Tony Jaa would have whooped up on Paul Walker. I know that Paul Walker, Brian has hand-to-hand combat, but Tony Jaa.
Yeah, there's some
Tony
people who
Jaa.
are just experts.
Hey,
Like
but-
Donnie Yen would whoop all of them.
Oh, it's a wrap. That's why I can't.
Yeah, he would whoop.
That's
all
why
of
it was
them.
smart to have him as John Wick's friend,
Mhm.
not as his enemy, because then that's the movie right there.
Yeah,
But and then like the last little but the skydiving cars, I love that scene. Roman staying up there, bro. He's just like, I'm gonna stay up here. We gonna patrol. We gonna make sure everything is good. Like, yeah, honestly,
just making the same jokes, and of course,
but I enjoyed damn near every joke that Tyrese had in that movie, especially when he had to come up with the plan and everything. But overall, though, yeah, it's my second favorite. But number 8, the first movie without Paul Walker,
the what was it? The submarine, the
submarine,
the racing
the
Lamborghini,
the zombie cars.
Mhm.
I keep forgetting he's in here.
driving off onto the. Well, technically that is possible with a lot of smart cars, but it was just overdone because cars aren't that strong to break through cement like that, especially if they don't go 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds.
And cars isn't like the fastest a car can go backwards is like what is it? Is it not 60? Is it?
What was it in Malcolm in the Middle when they were trying to go to the hospital so they didn't the speedometer?
I forgot. But homie sitting there racing. He's racing.
Yep.
He's going.
They don't
backwards.
go fast
No,
like that.
they don't. So I'm just like, bro, stop. But
Like
again,
they have like one gear when they go in reverse.
Yeah.
And when you go forward, there are 6 gears that your car transitions through. If you have an automatic, it does it for you. But if you have a manual, you shift it yourself. If you're going in reverse, you're just in first gear the entire time. It won't go past that.
Now, I felt like this movie belonged to The Rock and Statham.
Yeah.
They had the best scenes.
Yep.
That prison scene was just, oh my god, bro. You had the 2 of them fighting, but really they was fighting to escape. So they were fighting all the other convicts, the prison guards. The dope music that was playing. The only thing I hated about that scene was the like the Transformer sound effect.
Well, because Vin Diesel's the bad guy, and they needed another bad guy to
It's
get
funny.
him.
That same year, Optimus Prime became the bad guy in the last Transformers movie.
Yep.
So I'm like, wait a minute, we telling me Dom and Optimus Prime are now bad? But yeah, The Rock and Statham had the best 2 scenes. and I don't know with them.
But that's the thing. Cypher was just annoying because all they were dealing with was the zombie cars. That's all they were dealing with.
Cypher was trash.
There was no real villain.
Here's the thing. She had the good weapons, which is her technology.
Yeah.
But as a character, she was just boring because all she did was make speeches and sit behind a keyboard. Now, little nobody Scott Eastwood, I enjoyed that because everybody on the team was just ragging on him. There was one part that was stupid. It's when Statham and The Rock was about to go at it again, and you see little nobody pull out his gun, and then once a nobody calms it down, he goes, and you just see Tyrese. It's just like, bro. Because he thought he was doing something when he said, "Yeah, I got him in check." No, nigga, you don't. You don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have you dying.
But it's literally one of the weaker of the. Well, when they started feeling themselves out.
Because in this movie there was no Paul Walker, and then on top of that, the movie felt more serious because Dom.
Yep, Dom
was bad guy. You know what I'm saying? His Elena got killed. So you still have Roman and Tej doing the same thing. It's like now your tone is kind of inconsistent because now it's no longer fun. It feels more serious. It's not fun no more.
Yeah, and it's always been that way. So that's the thing. It's just like it's so weak because you're expecting him to always be and I think they thought that would make it better because they have him playing the bad guy and it's like, oh, just so you know, it was this, and then Jason Statham and Luke Evans have to save his son to basically let him know, oh, just so you know, you're free of Cypher's control now. It was freaking I honestly love the rapport between Jason Statham and his brother in the plane.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
It lasted so quick though.
Yeah,
like
because Luke Evans was there for a second.
He was just there to put the gun to the head of the pilot, and that was it.
Yep.
But Statham holding a baby and shooting and fighting. I was like, I couldn't believe this, bro. Yeah. Oh, where's that smile? Oh, there it is. I'm like,
yeah, but
Statham can do comedy.
But he's always been able to do comedy.
Yeah, but now it was like if you notice lately, they've been putting him in movies that actually are like action comedies. I mean, Spy, Hobbs and Shaw. Like Statham can do comedy legit if he wants. Action comedy, of course.
Okay, now the next one in the franchise.
Hold on.
You have something more to say about 7?
Or 8. Here's the thing, and also when you find a movie that's not good, like it's not fun, then we said it earlier. The stunts are not all that cool. Like the submarine, like when the submarine blew up and they had to protect them from the fire. Nigga, the fire still would have got under. You still would have been burned.
Why are they shooting at me? You're in an orange Lamborghini.
Oh, and another thing. Oh my God, it's ridiculous, but I know. You telling me none of them can sit there and shoot you, and they got automatics, but all of a sudden now you're one of the best shooters around. I'm like, come on, man. When a movie's not good, then you start to call out all their flaws.
Yeah, when you're like I call them out just to begin with.
I would fight you to the death about Fast 5, 6, and 7 about how ridiculous it is, but when it comes to 8 and 9, oh, bro, go have at it, bro. I'll join you.
Yeah, because I complain about them all.
I don't.
But it's just like they're still okay movies.
Yeah,
8 just
8. I watched it the other day, and while I enjoy it, it still wasn't. It's still like at the bottom. I'm not at the bottom, but it's below the previous 3.
Well, it's funny now that I'm thinking about it. When they're driving across the ice to go to the base, doesn't it remind you of G.I. Joe? Driving across the ice to go to the underwater base.
Shit, I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, I think that Rise of Cobra. I think that was the first one.
I ain't watched Rise of Cobra in a minute.
It was the first one.
Watch that.
Yeah,
I did. They did show the trailer, the full trailer for Snake Eyes though.
Yeah,
it looks dope.
I saw it.
I showed you.
Oh yeah, you showed me
the teaser. But they just released a full trailer.
Okay,
and it looks good.
Yeah, they started going downhill, and then they created Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay, Hobbs and Shaw was good. It was a straight up action comedy.
Yeah,
and this is when they took it to another level because now I was joking.
Well, it was a superhero. Yeah, they had the superhero.
Idris Elba, the superhero, basically Black Superman. Mm-hmm. Hey, but he did good as a villain.
Yeah, I've always liked him as an actor.
Exactly. So that's what made his villain work.
Yeah,
and then
the fact that he's super powered, he's basically animatronic, right?
Yeah, even his motorcycle, bro.
Yep, his motorcycle had a brain of its own.
Yes, that was awesome. And the sister though, come on, you telling me that Jason Statham and her are the same age?
Mm-hmm.
Jason Statham's 50. She got to be like maybe early 30s.
Yeah,
Come on. And then I like how they didn't like introduce. They also didn't bring up Luke Evans.
Yeah, I think they're trying to phase him out.
I hope not, because you can't. He was in 2 movies. He was a full-on villain, and y'all brought him back the next movie.
Yeah,
y'all brought him back. Y'all had him in 3 movies. You can't.
But that's the thing. It's just like, are they just? Do they have a falling out with him or something?
No, actually, no. He's still there because when in number 9, when Vin Diesel shows up in London to meet with the mom, and she's like, "Oh, you looking for one of my sons?" So it's like, hey, don't forget, you'll have a son in Hobbs and Shaw. But again, it was ridiculous, dude. The Rock was sliding down a rope with no gloves.
Yep.
The Rock legit pulled down a helicopter with his bare hands.
Yep. Yeah, because that's the thing. Well, The Rock, they're making a hero too in that.
And it's the thing. Yeah, it's the thing. After I'm gonna say after. Okay, because 7, I give him this with 7. They only had him in 2 scenes, so he wasn't there to joke around. He was just there to be a badass. So I'll give him that. Number 8, they nerfed him with the whole Samoan dance. I gotta get because remember he had his soccer team do the whole
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have to get these girls.
Wait, wasn't that Hobbs and Shaw?
That was both.
Oh my gosh!
I have to get my daughter, my daughter and the soccer team players the tickets to Tay concert. What's Tay? Taylor Swift. I'm like, you're turning into The Rock now. My fault. You're turning into Dwayne Johnson. You are no longer Hobbs. You are now just yourself.
Yeah,
and that's what
one
pisses
thing,
me off about it. Now.
It's just like, you're not a lovable character who can be typecast. Like, that's the thing. I think he's starting to see himself as like Ryan Reynolds, who can just be himself and people will love him.
Great cameo in Hobbs and Shaw, though.
Yeah.
Was it Luke Rebecca Hobbs?
I'm dying,
bro.
Oh wait, no, I'm fine.
He really just. They said, okay, you're going to be in this scene for 5 minutes. Just go all out. And he did not stop talking.
Nope.
I mean, even as he's sitting down, he's taking off his shirt to show the tattoo. He was just going in nonstop. But he said, "Oh my God, you sound just like your dad." It's like talking to a mirror.
Yeah, he was the best.
Everything he said in that. Ooh,
but this thing,
Kevin Hart's cameo too.
He was, his cameo. He was a freaking flight attendant. No,
yeah.
flight.
The air marshal.
Yeah,
Air Marshal
Air Marshal.
Dinkley.
It's just like, I'm Secret Service. If you, I get your number. I'll get you flight anywhere. I got you.
It's gonna be okay. Why are you talking like that? It's my voice. No, it's not. Okay, it ain't. I was like, okay, bro, this is great.
But it was like Kevin Hart and Ryan Reynolds, which really sold the whole thing. But
they need a franchise in her. They need a spinoff in their own.
I hate. Dwayne Johnson has really been losing it in Hobbs and Shaw. Jason Statham was still awesome because he isn't being all family oriented, and
yes, he is.
He's being more. He's still being Jason Statham in those movies.
This has nothing to do with you. This is my sister. This is a family issue. I'm like, stop it with the family.
Point. But it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna dance for my daughter. We're gonna do the Samoan crap before the whole.
Yeah, see, that was too much. I'm like,
you're just like, I understand you're happy where you came from, but I don't want to see it for the first 10 minutes in a movie. Yeah, it gets annoying.
By the way, I didn't like that they switched out the daughter too.
Yeah,
it's like y'all could have kept her. Y'all had her in 2 movies. Well, I get another daughter, but yeah.
Well, you've seen Brothers Solomon, right?
The movie where they're trying to get the chick pregnant.
Yeah,
I know. I seen the ending.
They go to the adoption agency and they were asking for an adoption. Who are just like, "What's your return policy?" So they just return the child.
I want to see that.
Picked up another.
Because I only saw the ending, but that's wrong. I'm about to watch that now. But
they have Better Call Saul in it.
Okay, because I know the 2 actors they have in it. But yeah, I'm about to watch that. But Hobbs and Shaw. I enjoyed the action a lot. Hobbs and Shaw is an action comedy.
Yeah.
Again, I watched that yesterday before I saw Fast 9. I still enjoyed it a lot.
It's still far more ridiculous than any of the other movies.
Oh, absolutely.
But again, it's just like way over the top. But the fact that they introduce
fun.
Yeah, and the fact that they introduce a superhero or supervillain, it's just like crud. It's Black Superman.
Hey, you know what's funny though? They have a superhero, and then Fast 9 goes to space. Mm-hmm. And I'm taking the superhero over them going to space.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Dumb fun. You won't even think about how stupid it is. But a movie that you don't even find all that fun, it's just kind of boring. Now you're gonna nitpick at every single thing because you don't care for the movie. This actually might be. I think I actually do just don't like Fast 9. I don't even know if I want to go see it again. But we're still going to see it again, right?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down.
What time?
I don't know. Tonight, I guess.
I got to open in the morning. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hobbs and Shaw was good fun. I love their banter, their bickering with one another, especially when they're all trying to one up the other person.
I liked their banter. I didn't care for Dwayne Johnson's family. I didn't care for that at all. Oh my god. I don't care about all the family crap.
That was the third act, which is nothing but family. And
that whole ending was just like terrible.
The fact that you know what, he reps Samoa so much, bro. I mean, that's cool and all, but nigga, you're black too. Don't forget you're black. Like, and also it's just, and I'm saying that because like, dude, I'm tired.
Don't worry, they brought that up in crap. What was that? What was that movie? The beach movie.
Baywatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time.
But I was like, dude, can you really take credit on that being black?
Bro.
Because if you don't.
Because the thing, if The Rock said nigga in the movie, everybody be like,
no.
What?
Except in Baywatch, like I honestly had no clue he was half black until that scene in the movie, and I was like,
see, I always thought he was. I always thought he was when I was watching wrestling, and then all of a sudden he started coming out more and more, especially like movies and media. Samoa.
Yeah, it's all about Samoa. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's just like,
because even his show, like his father is black, but we're mostly dealing with Samoa.
Yep.
But and then, like I said, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all.
I just hate it when it takes too much of a focus of a movie.
That's what, and that's exactly what he did in that.
Yep.
I mean, like, y'all really sat there and did his little dance again. Bro, sit that down. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that dance now. Jason Momoa did it at the Aquaman premiere. I'm like, can y'all stop that, please? And the fact, like I said, the fact that you're doing it in the movie and that's taking place, I'm like, bro, kill that. And how come in movies, because they really did it here, it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
All of a sudden they get here 2:30 in the morning. Oh. Now all of a sudden it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, and all of a sudden they go down the ditch. Now it wants to rain and thunderstorm. That's always something I hate in the movies.
Well, that's poor planning for the most part.
Suck. But overall, Hobbs and Shaw, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. A sequel, I want to see what they do with a sequel.
It's just it's like the third act that I hated and the start that I hated. The Ryan Reynolds cameo.
What was wrong with the start?
The whole family soccer crap.
No, that was Fast 8.
I thought they had it in Hobbs and Shaw too.
They had it in Hobbs and Shaw at the end with the whole fight. Yeah, in 8. That's what I said. In 8, it pissed me off heavily because
that was something I couldn't stand.
Yeah, like you were taking so much time of us. This movie is already too long.
Yeah,
and y'all took all that time to do a little sing a song and dance at a soccer game.
Like Hobbs and Shaw. I love their relationship. I love the 2 cameos that they introduced. Those were perfect. The third act was just crap, though.
I give you that.
I mean. Yeah, there's no way about it. Yeah, I love the Black Superman. That was perfect. Yeah, but Fast 9.
I don't.
Yeah, Fast 9. You got anything more to say about Fast 9?
It was something I was supposed to say. I mean, like I said, I like Jason Statham's cameo because he was whooping up on somebody. Like one of the bad guys, the rich snotty kid. He was beating up on somebody. He was beating up on a punching bag, and then all of a sudden he unzips it, and it's a dude right there. I was like, "Woo!" So Shaw is still a savage, okay? And like he was going. I mean, he said, "Bah, bah, woo, woo." I'm like, "Oh, he's getting ready. He's getting ready to go kill somebody."
Training,
bro. He was training hard.
Yeah, and then he unzips the bag, and
those kicks. I was like, "Okay, he's going after somebody." And then he unzips it. I was like, "Oh, that's wrong." But
he's training like Rocky.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a summary to sum it up with Fast 9 again. I'm gonna go see it so I can get clear view. The family knowing about the brotherhood between him and his brother, I liked it. It was cool. The stunts, because there was actually some decent stunts and action scenes, but it got too ridiculous to the point where CGI was used and it was clear that it was used. I mean, you have John Cena on top of this big truck trying to jump from here to here, and it just looks fake. But again, Paul Walker is needed. Y'all can't keep saying, "Oh, well, Brian is watching the kids," but we're gonna have Mia come out. Han's coming back was trash. It didn't make no sense. Again, too many characters. and because of that, you're focused on all the characters. Okay, what is this character going to do? What is that character going to do? To where now the plot is complicated because I don't know what's going on. Villain is trash. Cypher's trash. John Cena as a villain could have been good if they did something more. Because him and Vin Diesel had a fight. It was cool. But again, I was still bored. The comedy just felt corny. Especially Tyrese with his, oh, we're invincible. Them going to space, I would have loved it. I would have loved it. It was in a better movie. I don't have a problem with them going to space. I have a problem with them going to space in a crappy movie. Because now the movie just feels crappy. It's weird, I know, but yeah. How do you know how you'd rank the Fast and Furious movies?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay. 5, 7. Oh, okay. 5, 7, 6. Hold on, shit. I'm losing myself. Okay, what I say? I say 5, 7, 6, 1.
There's 3, 2.
Hobbs and Shaw. 8, 2, 9, 3.
Really? 3 is worse than 9?
It's not a Fast and Furious. I don't care for them characters at all. At least I still get, Roman. At least I still get the characters I like. I don't care for not one character except Han.
I thought you liked the drifting.
That's it. I don't watch it. I know it for a fact. I'd watch Fast 9 more times than I'd watch. Again, I'm about to go see Fast 9 again. Dude, I couldn't even watch Tokyo Drift just to do a review. So that says it right there. But now,
I can't say anything. I couldn't get 5 minutes into it.
So right now, that's my listing. That's sad. Fast 9 is the final 2. Hopefully that changes when I go see it again, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I'm surprised we were able to. Well, technically, you did most of the talking. I just had a few thoughts here and there, but yeah, an hour and 30 minutes of.
Bro, we were still
Fast and Furious.
Are we still gonna do our other videos?
Maybe. Yeah. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
Please like, share, and subscribe. That old chestnut.
Mm-hmm. And
oh yeah, please follow our other channels. Big Daddy Mo. I'm EL-SCRIBBLER.
Yep. And just remember. Ask any racer, any real racer, whether it's I forgot it.
You opened with it.
Family. Oh, or just like just gonna edit that part and then put it back at the end. That way, I can, you could magic. It's magic. It's Fast and Furious podcast. It don't have to make sense. It doesn't make sense. Revolutionary.
It never makes sense. It's Fast and the Furious podcast.
Revolution.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching.
Peace.
Toodles.